welcome back to the Early Edge podcast here on SportsLine, presented by BetMGM. We've got a loaded day of college basketball for you, and we've got some of the best college basketball experts around to make sure that you have some winners in your pocket. Before we look to Saturday, let's look back at how things went on Friday. A couple checks, a couple X's. We cashed some golf matchups. I don't know all the words for Bucket's soccer picks. It is often very confusing with those leagues. 1 for 1 for your boy. Happy to see the Ramblers cash things out at the end. But enough of Friday. Let's get to the stars of the show. So happy to be joined, as we are here on Saturdays, by Tom Casale, by Mike McClure. Tom, how are we doing this morning?
I'm doing well. How's it going, guys?
We're good. Mike, we've got we're monitoring all the latest information, all the latest updates. How are you feeling here as we get just a couple hours from tip-off to the first games on Saturday?
Feeling good, gentlemen. I am ready for this. It is March. It just feels different, honestly. There's a different energy even about today's slate. As we press forward towards some of the conference tournaments as well, there's just phenomenal matchups across the board today. So I think it's a great day to hit the books, hit the couch, and enjoy some college basketball.
Yeah, great day to just hit great day to hit that. Yeah. Just to get that blood going. Hope you're good. All right, let's get things started, Tom. You got a couple picks here, and I know that I saw, because, listen, if you're a SportsLine member, and why are you not already, you can sometimes turn on your notifications, especially when you've got sharp minds like Tom. And what Tom does a very good job of is he identifies those openers, baby. That's what he told us last Saturday. What'd you say? You stayed up for that Ivy League, stayed up all night to get in on this one? I know at least one of these that you've got here, you wanted to jump on right away. Why don't you tell us about your picks and what you like about them?
Yeah, no Ivy League games today, so I was able to go to bed at a reasonable time. But listen, we all know it's March, right? And you can tell by the lines now. Like this, to me, this was the toughest Saturday slate to break down. I thought the lines were really tight on these games. The one game I had kind of a big difference on was Northwestern, Iowa. I thought Northwestern should be a 4 to 5 point home favorite. It opened 2.5. So I jumped on the Wildcats. Listen, Iowa, at one point I thought they were undervalued. Now I think they're a little overvalued. They've still lost 5 conference road games by an average of 10 points. It's not the same team away from home. So I like Northwestern laying this short number. It's up a little bit, but not too much. So anything under 4 or 5 points, I think, is good value on the Wildcats. And then my other pick, I went with Auburn. I think this is a good spot for the Tigers. I thought they played really well at Tennessee. That was one of those games that could have went either way. Now they return home. Mississippi State got them earlier in the year, held Auburn to a season low of 58 points. But Auburn shot really poorly in that game. Now they're coming home. Mississippi State turns the ball over more than any team in the SEC. Auburn creates more turnovers than any team in the SEC. Even in that first game, Mississippi State had 14 turnovers. I think now back at home where Auburn plays really well, they're 13-1. Their 13 wins are all by double digits. I think they turn over the Bulldogs. I think they get out in transition, and they win this one going away.
Tom, that was the one that I had in mind. I love that pick because you got to wonder for Mississippi State. You led for 34 minutes of that game and let Kentucky just steal it away at the very end. Are we going to see a little bit of a, continued lingering effects of the disappointment that you have there? Auburn's got to be angry that they got Dalton connected as the man went for like 39 points yet again. Playing in the jungle, I like that one a lot as well. But I also like the opportunity that anybody has. You could be watching on YouTube. You could be listening right now with BetMGM, because new BetMGM customers can sign up today and get $150 in bonus bets. Just place your first wager of at least $5 and you will receive $150 instantly in bonus bets, regardless of your wager's outcome. Just use bonus code EDGE150. That's EDGE150 to get $150 instantly in bonus bets with a first wager of at least $5. Well, the big three's already got one set of picks out. We got 2 more legs on this parlay to go. But first, we need another word from our partners.
Who's in? Who's out? Let the madness begin. The NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Selection Show on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Back here on the early edge, presented by BetMGM. I'll go ahead and step forward and jump to the mic right now. Got a couple plays that I like a lot. We will begin with a trend that I will ride until it falls off, because Illinois overs have been an ATM recently. Why? Well, because their offense is one of the best in the country. You know, whether you got Terrence Shannon, Coleman Hawkins, Marcus Domask, like they can just go and fill it up. And much to Brad Underwood's chagrin, they also really haven't been guarding anybody either. I mean, we're talking 6 out of the last 7 opponents have scored at least 80 against the Fighting Illini. And Wisconsin, you know, they're playing at home, a spot where they are 7-1 in Big Ten play. They're not a great defensive team, but, you know, especially playing at home, the shots do seem to fall. So we're going to keep that trend rolling. We're going to go with the over in Illinois, Wisconsin. Also, I'm going to be playing with fire, y'all. I ain't afraid, because I think Tennessee can win at Alabama and complete the season sweep. The reason why Tennessee won by 20 in the first matchup is because Tennessee is a bad matchup for Alabama. All of their length on the perimeter, they can really cause a lot of havoc to an offense that wants to rely on either being able to get penetration to the rim or be able to shoot threes. So once this thing got out to +3, a full possession, that I went ahead and took it, because to me, the way that I handicap the game, it's a pick 'em. You know, it is a coin flip. It is a 50-50. I could see Tennessee winning, and so therefore I love being able to get the full 3 points. And finally, I think it will be a coronation night for St. Mary's, because on Thursday night, they won away from home to claim the first outright regular season West Coast Conference title since 2012. They're coming back in, and it's really being billed as like a Gonzaga win and you're in. And I understand, because Gonzaga's been playing so much better recently, and they've got that good road win at Rupp Arena. But I think the way that you play against St. Mary's, when they make everything difficult, they're just tenacious and they just make you be so patient. I mean, playing St. Mary's is like cleaning a bathroom with the toothbrush. And I just don't know if Gonzaga, knowing that they still have the West Coast Conference with the 2 seed already locked up, I don't know if they've got the goods to get in and out on what should be a special night celebrating the West Coast Conference champions. So in the late night slate, give me the Gales -2.5. All right, we're rocking and rolling here. We still got one more leg to go. But first, let's get another word from our partners. Back here on the early edge, presented by BetMGM. We don't really, we don't waste your time. We just want to put winners in your pocket. We want to send you on with your Saturday. So, Mike McClure, what you got for us?
We got a total in the Big East, Chip. Again, always try to be a SportsLine member and turn the notifications on. Like Tom, when I bet college basketball, I do play a lot of overnight lines and openers. I went over 149.5 in Marquette Creighton. This number is unfortunately long gone at this point. You can fire on. I'm seeing reading the chat. You can see still a 152.5 over at MGM, up to 154 in many places in the market. I made this game 155, though. When I look at these two teams, we know how good they are offensively. With Creighton on the home floor, though, Creighton is a different team offensively at home. They're about even on the season ATS in terms of over-under in covering those numbers. But looking at their home court performance, they're 10-5 to the over. They play with a little more tempo there, which is exactly what Marquette wants to do. But they're just such a great shooting team from the perimeter and the foul line, shooting almost 80% collectively as a team. I think we see a ton of points in this one. Tyler Kolek may not go for Marquette. Keep an eye on that. If he doesn't go, I think this falls back to 151 across the market, but I liked it all the way up to 155 here. I think we see some tempo. I think we see a great offensive performance from Creighton here. But if Marquette, who again is trending in the right direction minus the Kolek injury, they have been phenomenal and really kind of playing up to their potential. If they're able to do that, I project this game as one that plays in the upper 70s to low 80s here. We'll go over 149.5. And again, whatever you can find it at now in this market.
Cam Jones can get buckets. You know, Oso Ighodaro is a really dynamic big who might be able to cause problems for Kalkbrenner. Marquette, even without its star point guard, Tyler Kolek, they should be able to still get points. Either way, Mike, I like that a lot. All right, let's take a look at everything that we've got from the show today. Mike McClure, he is on Marquette and Creighton over 149.5. Again, keep your eyes on the movement here as we expect some. Tom Casale, he's going to take Northwestern -2.5. Iowa ain't the same away from Carver Hawkeye Arena. And Auburn -8.5 in a get-right game in the jungle. And I'm going to take Illinois, Wisconsin over 154.5. I think Tennessee can get in and out of Tuscaloosa with the win, so I'll take those 3 points. Thank you very much. And I think that St. Mary's will have a great night at home against their rival, completing the sweep against the Bulldogs, covering the 2.5. Look, I know that a lot of people consume us lots of different ways, but if you are downloading on the podcast platform, why don't you go and you leave us a comment? Go and leave us a review. We appreciate it. We pay attention to those, and we love to be able to hear from everybody in the Early Edge fam. For Tom Casale, for Mike McClure, I'm Chip Patterson. Enjoy your Saturday.